Good morning. I have my vitamin C water. Yep, I've dosed it up pretty good today. And it's question and answer day. And I got questions, but they printed on the back side of the paper. I just decided I just have to let my perfectionism go away. Sister Patty won't be here today. She has Grandparents' Day at Callista's school. And let's see, let me give you some updates here. Robert's sister is on a ship. Robert's sister and his brother-in-law. So they're my in-laws are on a ship. They've gone from Fort Lauderdale all the way to Spain. And the president said last night that he's closing the borders. And for 30 days. Now, I immediately got on Facebook Messenger and called my sister-in-law, which it was like 4 in the morning when I heard it. And she finally answered the Facebook Messenger call. 2 weeks ago, she wouldn't have known what that was, but somebody tried to call her on Facebook Messenger, and she knew. She knew what the call was, and so she answered it. I think she probably thought somebody had died. But now my sister-in-law broke her arm. First day on the cruise, she tripped over a tripod, and she broke her upper arm in 2 places. So she's got an offset bone, and she needs surgery. So y'all, she's going to Spain. They're in Spain. They're going to dock in Barcelona tomorrow, Friday the 13th. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. I mean, it just can't get any funnier than this. Even though it's not funny, my sister-in-law and her husband are stuck in Spain for 30 days. And I don't think they need to be traveling, and she needs to have surgery. So whether she can get surgery over there, we don't know. But just say a prayer for them. Just say a prayer, and we'll be ready to do whatever needs to be done. That's all we can do, is just try to stay focused on. She says they have an apartment rented for a week in Barcelona. And then they were going up into Munich, and because they used to live in Munich, and then they were going to fly home from there at the end of the month. Well, their trip just got extended another 2 weeks. So keep them in your prayers. I know this is for all of our own good. They knew this when they got on the ship, that they might not be able to come home, and they may be stuck in quarantine for 2 weeks too. Being on the ship can be a good thing, and it can be a bad thing if there's somebody sick on the ship, and they don't know that because they would keep it quiet. But she said everybody's keeping their distance from each other, and they're wiping down all the places you put your hands. She said her hands are so red from washing her hands. So just know that, and she got an arm broke. So it's rough. It was rough on us last night when we called them. And I was in tears, and I was trying not to cry because I didn't want her upset. So she's in a lot of pain, and just keep Robin and Joe in your thoughts and prayers. And yesterday, Ben's Aunt Margie, who is his father's sister, fell getting out of his car, and they had to spend the whole evening in the ER. And I'm worried about Ben being in an ER, being on chemo. So I'm telling him, keep your mask on and take care of yourself. He said, Aunt Marla, I got to take care of Aunt Margie. So it was not a good thing, but it was a good thing for him to help her and do what needs to be done. So, folks, there's stuff going on everywhere. All we can do is all we can do. But Robert and I looked at each other last night, and we realized there's no better person for me to be stuck in the house with for 2 weeks than my husband. And Justin called this morning and said, Mom, do y'all need anything? I said, we're stocked up, son. We are stocked up. He went to buy toilet paper on Amazon yesterday, and the kind that they like was $50. And he said, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. And he said, if worse comes to worse, we'll use pink rags for that. And throw them in the washing machine like we did baby diapers. So, it is what it is. You just can't, you can't be upset. We've got to take care of ourselves. And being prepared is the best way to have peace in your life. And we are prepared. No, it is not from an essential oil diffuser. Somebody's asking me, this is my little humidifier. And I really like using it because it just keeps everything moist. I have to bring it from one place to the other. But I don't have any essential oils in it because essential oils sometimes give me a headache right here. So we got questions. And if you can't find hand sanitizer, Flybaby came up with a way to make it with isopropyl alcohol. She used 70% isopropyl alcohol. I only had 99%, so I've added some water to it, so it makes it not as... It's the evaporation rate that it needs to stay on long enough to kill the germs. So there's even concern about packages coming in, people reporting that their FedEx driver or UPS driver has coronavirus. We're going to be spraying down our stuff with Lysol and letting it sit out in the sunshine. So, you just have to take care of yourself. Well, we got questions. I folded three pink rags up in a bag, put the alcohol in it just enough to cover them. I have a bag for the dirty ones, and we're good to go. I love these things. I'm even going to be using a purple rag for sneezing and coughing, because it's got a lot of coverage. It's like a bandana. And then I can throw it in the washing machine. So we are prepared. Last night we went to Leanne and Mark's for dinner, at which point I took an extra pack of toilet paper, a thing of Dawn dishwashing liquid, because somebody brought home something that wasn't Dawn, and I can't wash dishes without Dawn. So I got 2 bottles in yesterday, and I took one to her, and I took her a vat of vitamin C. And this is 900 servings. So if you did 10 a day, which is about 10,000 units, this would last you 90 days. That's 90 days. So I'm good. I have 2 of those. But I keep them all the time because I use them. I use my vitamin C. It's my go-to medication or supplement for sore throats, for everything. For everything. So, let's get down to our questions. My question is, how can you create routines when you work a different shift every week? Well, you have to rename your routines. Renaming your routines is essential. You have a go to work routine and you have a come home from work routine. And that's how you do it. You get up, and after you sleep, you get up and you get dressed and you start getting ready for work. So you just change the name. It doesn't have to be a morning routine. It doesn't have to be a go to bed routine. It doesn't have to be an evening routine. It's a get up and go to work routine, and it's a get home from work routine. And get prepared for the next day. So just rename your routines. That's all you got to do. Just rename them. And have them written down. And maybe since you don't have the same schedule every week, when you do have that schedule that week, you have that on your calendar. You know that somebody used those circles, those dots that you get for price tags for yard sales. Somebody used those as marking the calendar. So if it was early morning, it would be a green. If it was night, it would be blue. So mark your calendar and have a sheet protector set up with your routine for that time. And it'll work. Next question. As a stay-at-home mom of 2 small children, should we be getting the kids out of the house every day should I be getting the kids out of the house every day as well as myself? They have a good feeding and napping schedule, but I feel we never leave the house. Should I schedule days for visiting mom and going to the park, and groceries are done online? Well, that's wonderful that your groceries are done online. And I commend you for that. But I heard a terrible story today, and it'll bring tears to your eyes. But there was an elderly couple, and it could be fake news, I don't know, but just think about it for a second. With this flu virus, it's the coronavirus, the Wu flu, as somebody said on Scott Adams' chat today. With this flu, elderly people are more susceptible. So don't be going visiting nursing homes. You could be a carrier and not even know it. Think about your elderly parents, your aunts and uncles. Now, I'm not elderly, but Robert says we're not elderly. We're capable. And see if they need something. They may not know. A lot of people my age don't know how to use the internet to buy groceries. They don't know how to do these things. So you may need to set up a grocery program. If you're familiar with this stuff, set up a Walmart pickup program that you can do it for them. Go get their groceries and drop them off at their front porch. Drop it off at their front porch. But this couple was sitting in the parking lot. They had no more food at their house. No more food at their house. And they drove to the grocery store, but they were scared to go in the grocery store because of the flu virus. Even regular flu virus is not good for elderly people. Because pneumonia, as Robert called it, used to be old people's friend. That would be the thing that would take them out. And most of the people who are dying from this coronavirus, the average age is in their 80s. So this couple was terrified to go in the grocery store. And finally this lady heard them hollering, and she went over to them, and they stuck money out the window and asked her to go buy groceries, which she did, and she put them in the trunk. So check on your elderly people. Let's be neighborly. Let's take care of our neighbors and help them. Let's do this. We don't have to be, circling the wagons where we can't. If you're healthy and you've not been exposed, there's a great chance you're not going to get this. But elderly people don't need to be out in the world. And it's in every state except West Virginia, Alabama, Montana, Idaho, and North Dakota, and Alaska. 6 states that don't have it yet. There's 8 cases in North Carolina. There's 8 cases in Tennessee. So the closest to me is Spartanburg, and the next one is Johnson City. I'm healthy, but I'm over 60. So right now, getting out of the house every day, even if it's to take the stroller and go for a walk in the sunshine, is a wonderful way to get your kids out. When it's not feeding time and not nap time, you can factor in a little get out into the world time. But you might not want to be around people. But keep your distance and just keep, get out in the sunbeam. Enjoy the sunshine. Jessica's got the right idea. My husband and I take care of his mom, and they're dropping groceries off and food for the dogs. But if you know somebody that might not need to get out of the house and you don't need to be around them either, you call them up and say, "Can I help you? Do you need anything? I'll go to the grocery store for you." And then they can pay you back. And you can always just pay it forward too. When you are flying, you have a small window of time committed to maintaining your home. For the rest of us, how much time do you recommend to spend each day to get to that point? 15 minutes? We all got 15 minutes. You can do anything for 15 minutes. If you'll spend 15 minutes in the morning getting dressed to lace up shoes and being ready for your day, oh my goodness, you'll be able to get so much stuff done. You'll be amazed. You will be amazed. But 15 minutes can make a huge difference in the way your home looks, in the way you feel, and being prepared. Being prepared is going to make you have peace. And getting the home stuff out of the way, it really frees you up. I live paycheck to paycheck each week. You mentioned for us to buy extra items to be more prepared, but it's not in our budget. What do you suggest? Cooking? Because probably your budget could be a lot of processed foods. Learning how to cook, going to savingdinner.com is going to help you more than anything get food in the house. And that's the only real place that we have to take advantage of the money we have. Because when, your electric bill is probably going to be about the same. You may need to cut back on cable and stuff. Get the basic pack. But look at your budget and figure out what you can get rid of. It's not much because you're down to the bare minimum. But cooking, making things from scratch. My granddaughter, Sarah, has had the flu. She has had type B flu. Liz's kids had the flu last week. So last night she was starving. She was hungry for Johnny cakes. Johnny cakes. What's a Johnny cake? Well, it's cornmeal and leavening and butter, and it's made like pancakes but with cornmeal. And Justin said, "Mom, they were so good." When you're hungry, anything tastes good, and it's made from scratch. It's made like pancakes, except it's made with cornmeal. You can get a supply of stuff in your house that doesn't cost much. And if you buy like one 2-pound pack of beans or 5 boxes of pasta for $1, that used to be the sale price on that stuff. I buy hamburger meat in bulk and cook it up in my crock pot and then bag it up and put it in the freezer in 2-cup portions. Making hamburger helper from scratch. Yep. So there's lots of ways to save money when you cook. We were talking about this last night at dinner. When September the 11th happened, people were cooking. They were glued to the television, but Leanne had done several meals, and this would be a great idea for Leanne to come up again, is to come up with some recipes for people that are easy to cook and inexpensive. I like to keep dried beans. You can live on dried beans. You might need some Beano in the house, but you can live on dried beans. And you can make up lots of pasta dishes. And I was going over this with Liz. We talked about cooking a turkey and how many things you could cook with a turkey. So We could eat out of our freezer for probably 3 months if we had to. And Justin's the same way. I cook the hamburger first in my crock pot. I add 2 cups, a cup and a half of water to it and stir it around so it gets into little pieces. And I stir it every 15 minutes. I set my timer. And it's wonderful. Canned tuna. There's bagged tuna, bagged chicken. There's lots of things you can do to save money. But you got to cook. Because buying prepackaged foods is expensive. And it takes up a lot of room in your freezer. It really does. And check your circulars. And go to your freezer right now. And somebody's saying sweet potatoes are good. Sweet potatoes, they keep. Cabbage keeps. Now, lettuces won't, but those hard vegetables like squashes and stuff like that, they store really well. And Donna's right. Dave Ramsey's system can really help people on good budgets. And we also have a control journal that's free. It's called FACE, Financial Awareness Continually Empowers. And it's free to download in our control journal section of our website. But not being able to, people are going to save so much money not going on vacations, not driving. They're not going to believe the extra money they're going to have in their bank because they haven't been not going out to eat. Because going out to eat and ordering pizza is one of those things that we just do automatically. But if you're stuck at home and can't get out, that's a problem. My husband's bedroom dresser is a disaster. Mine looks great. However, it makes our room look messy. How do I get him to clean it without him having an attitude with me? You can't. You've got to avert your eyes. Now, if he's got trash on his dresser, you need to get him a trash can that's right beside the dresser that he can throw things away. That would be a good thing. If his dresser has a lot of clothes in it that don't fit him anymore, maybe y'all can work together and clean out a drawer. Robert has a shelf in our closet that it's just a little tiny curio shelf, little bookcase, and that's where he puts all his stuff in our closet. And it makes it easy. He doesn't have it sitting out everywhere. But a little rearranging can do a lot of things, but he's going to have an attitude unless you sit down and talk to him nice. If you nag him, and he may have an attitude if you sit down and talk to him nice. You never know. But you've tried. And then you have to let it go because it's your perfectionism. You just got to let it go. How often do you clean your refrigerator? We usually go several months before cleaning it, and then it becomes a disaster area. Once a week. Every Wednesday is clean out your refrigerator day. I did it yesterday. My refrigerator's clean. I wipe down the fronts of my refrigerator. I wipe down shelves. I start with a sink full of hot soapy water. And everything gets cleaned once a week. No, don't watch the Con Marie method with him. No, I don't believe in that method. And don't mention it because it makes my fly babies crazy. Makes me crazy. The thought of it. Because they want you to take everything out of your closet. Everything out of your closet. And try it all on. None of us have time for that. So don't mention it again. Don't get me started. That's the one thing that gets my feathers ruffled. I'm doing great with the Ohio method. How can I enforce others in my family to do the same? You've got to set the example. And the Ohio method is only handle it once. Only handle it once. That's all you got to do. Somebody said Con Marie, Kon. Yep, it's crazy. Only handle it once. You do that, and talk about doing that. The mail comes in, deal with it right then. Deal with it right then. Process the mail. Open up, back many years ago in 2000, I guess it was, I don't know when it was. I'd have to look back at it. We had a scare of white powder being put in envelopes. I was opening up mail orders with a mask on and with gloves. And before we would even start to open them, we would wipe down all the envelopes. We've been there. So you have to set the example. Talk to your family while you're doing it. The mails come in, I'm going to process. I'm using the Ohio method. Put Ohio up. Make a printout, a picture with Ohio. Only handle it once. And put it up. And it'll sink in. Frame it. Put it on the refrigerator with magnets. Okay. 1 page down. 1 page to go. Wow. We're going to be here till noon. I'm drowning in laundry. I have never been caught up with a load a day. We are a family of 9. Any tips that would work for us without feeling overwhelmed like I am? Well, what I tell people is, if you couldn't do laundry for a week, how many loads of laundry would you have to do at the laundromat? This is what I tell people. So you've kind of missed that somewhere along the way, or I haven't reinforced it. So if you have a family of 9, there's no way you could do a load a day and ever get caught up. Because you don't even have a day per person to do their laundry. So you've got to double up. So a family of 9, you would probably have close to 20 loads of laundry every week that you would have to do. Let's say 21 loads of laundry. That's 3 loads a day. So it's a load of towels, it's regular clothes, and one day a week you're just going to do sheets all day. And when you do that, you've got three loads a day, and that's going to get 21 loads. And eventually, you may have to go to the laundromat. You may have to go to the laundromat and just try it. But right now, people are staying home. So you might need to do 5 loads a day to get caught up. And after 3 days, that'll be 15 loads because you do a regular. So keep doing it. Keep that washing machine going. Set a timer. Make sure you don't let it sit there too long, and you're going to be surprised. You can get caught up. You really can. Miss Tulip's at the door. Yes, she's upset because Robert's outside working on the car because it's got a rattle and it's driving him nuts. And he opened up the trunk a while ago. She was outside, so he's locked her in the house, and he got a picture of her. She jumped up in the trunk of his car and was laying there trying to help him. It was a good place for her. Stayed out of his way. Let's see. Now, some people with big families set up a day a week per child. And if you have little tiny children, mommy does their laundry until they get to the age that they can do their laundry. So each day of the week is somebody's laundry day. And they're responsible for their own laundry, which is kind of fun. You don't have to do it, and they do. But if they don't get it into the dryer and it's stuck in the wash machine, it can make everybody messed up. Some people have 2 washers. And a lot of times you can hang things up just to dry. And that's good for your sinuses too. My husband children and I live with my in-laws and we share the kitchen. Each morning I wake up to dishes in the sink and the counter's a mess. How can I ever fly if their habits ruin each baby step I take? It's their house, honey. It's their house. You just gotta take time and clean up after them, because you can't force them. You can't force them to fly. You can't. You just got to work around it. Now, if they have a dishwasher, then you keep the dishwasher empty and just fill it every time you walk into the kitchen. But shine the sink and keep it clean and shiny. Clean up after you have meals. That's the main thing. People don't clean up after themselves after they cook a meal. Last night, Leanne made this wonderful dinner, and before I went to the dinner table, I filled the skillet up with hot water so that it would make it easier for me to clean it, because I do the dishwashing. You can't. They're giving you a place to live, so you've got to pull your weight and not be whining about the fact that you wake up in the morning and there's dishes everywhere. At least they're in the kitchen. Be thankful. Be thankful. What tool do you suggest to use cleaning ceiling fans? Here it is. I used it this morning. You know what I did with it this morning? It's good at going up, but I used it underneath tables in my living room that the Roomba can't get to. So I pushed this thing underneath my chair, underneath the coffee table, underneath the coffee table between mine and Robert's chair, under his chair, and I got all this stuff out, and I picked it up and Robert picked it up and put it in the fireplace. And then the Roomba got the rest. It makes it nice. So this cleans ceiling fans. It cleans baseboards. Somebody was asking, how do you clean baseboards? This cleans baseboards. It cleans the top of window frames. So if you'll get in the habit of starting with a sink full of hot soapy water every time you go in the kitchen, you're going to get your kitchen clean. And the dishes are going to get washed. And put them away. As soon as the dishwasher is finished running, put the dishes away. I've started couponing, and it's made my kitchen a hotspot. I can't seem to get it organized. Do you have any tips for those who coupon? Don't coupon if you're not organized. Don't do it. It's going to drive you nuts. It's going to drive you nuts. Get a little bill organizer that's got ABCs in it, and do it. But and go through it every 3 days and get rid of the expired ones. Or put the expired ones up for. I've never couponed. My niece Jessica, she coupons. She loves it. But you've got to be organized with it, or you're going to be stuck with a bunch of coupons that don't work. Now, there's virtual coupons too. So use your phone and your technology to help you coupon. And look at some videos on YouTube about couponing. Yeah, Bobby says no couponing till the clutter is gone. And then you're going to have time to do it. Right now, it's going to take away from everything. On Fridays, you say it's date night. We can never go on dates because we have 5 children. What do you suggest we do? Our marriage seems to be falling apart because we never have time for each other. Children have to sleep. And you made 5 children. So you know what to do when the children are sleeping. But the main thing is, when the kids go to sleep, y'all watch a movie together. Maybe you watch a movie he wants to watch. And I'm talking to people I know and love right now. You know, sometimes chick flicks are not guy flicks. And sometimes you may need to watch a Fast and Furious movie, or this is one we talked about last night. pull up the miniseries The Stand and watch it again. It's about a pandemic. Or just, watch something he wants to watch. And maybe once a week, you have dinner together. And put the kids to bed, and y'all have a late dinner together. A coupon binder. Maybe you build a control journal. One of our office in a bags. Let me see if I can get it without everything falling. Here, let me see if I can pull one out. I can't. There's a book on top of things. But I did. Maybe you turn an office in a bag into your couponing control journal with sheet protectors and a notebook in here. And then you have a place. So you divide it up into the sections of the grocery store. Maybe you got produce and dairy and meat and canned goods and breads and frozen foods, all this stuff. But you got to remember, coupons, most of the couponing stuff is not for good fresh vegetables. It's for processed food. So keep in mind, unless you're buying, you only need so many cleaning products, y'all. I use Windex. What did I use yesterday? I used Barkeeper's Friend. And I use soap. I use plain old soap. Soap is soap. Leanne's Mark got some dishwashing liquid it's green. It's not Dawn. It's ugly. And it doesn't work. And so I said, you know what? I'd pour that stuff in the Fly Lady vase that holds our toilet bowl brush, and I would use that stuff to clean your toilet because it's not fitting to use for cleaning your dishes because it doesn't last. It doesn't last. I don't think vinegar kills germs, though, Catherine, is my issue. I just don't think vinegar kills germs. I saw a cute meme last night, and it was Popcorn Sutton. And Popcorn Sutton is a local man. He's passed away now. He was Robert's age, but he was a moonshiner. And the revenuers came up on, that's what they call the people from the federal government to try to stop moonshiners. He said, we're not making moonshine. We're making hand sanitizer. What is Barkeeper's Friend? Barkeeper's Friend is a cleanser, like Comet. Comet works too. We're making hand sanitizer. So on our website, when it comes Friday, there's lots of tips on things you can do for date night. And it doesn't have to be that you go out, because a lot of people can't go out and spend $50 on a dinner. But you can cook dinner at home. I ordered from Amazon and got 2 big 54-ounce jugs yesterday, I think it was. Vinegar does kill germs. I'm going to have to research that because I'm from Missouri. No, I'm not, but you got to show me. I need book, chapter, and verse that vinegar kills germs. Well, germs can't, botulinum toxin can't grow in a vinegar base. So, but I don't know that it kills germs on contact. That's my thing. I know it's got to have a high content of acid level to be able to preserve things. That's why you can use tomatoes in a water bath, but you can't do green beans that way. Why do you feel people are panicking more over the coronavirus versus the actual flu? So many items are out of stock. It's starting to make me even become panicked. Your input is appreciated. Well, we've not done a good job about getting people prepared, even for the flu. Every year, we have from 16,000 to 30,000 people die from complications from the flu. And but this coronavirus is more contagious. It stays on surfaces longer. And that's why you've got to do the hand washing. When you come in the house, everybody in the family needs to wash their hands. You need to wipe down your car. Tomorrow's clean out your car day. Take some Lysol or some soap and water and a purple rag and go out and clean the surfaces in your car. This is going to keep your family safe. But I'm always stocked up because I'm always prepared for a winter storm. Living in the mountains, we could have 18 inches overnight and we'd be stuck in the house for a week. That article that Dr. Fauci from the CDC and the Corona Task Force, read all the way to the end. Read all the way to the end of that article. Don't stop at the headline, because that's what a lot of people do. They stop at the headline. The headlines are inflammatory. But what I'm telling you is, you don't have to be panicked if you're prepared. And you can be prepared simply with soap and water. And soap and water is cheap. And we have soap in every bathroom in our house. I have body wash, that's soap. I have Dawn dishwashing liquid, that's soap. Washing dishes sterilizes your hands. Wipe things down. I got home from Leanne's last night. You know what the first thing I did was? I took hand sanitizer and wiped down the case of my phone because everybody in the room held my phone. Everybody in the room, we played heads up. Everybody held my phone. Most of the time it's just me holding my phone. But I wiped down my case. I used a purple rag and hand sanitizer on it and wiped down the case of my phone. All the way around and the front of my phone. What is... From what I understand, Rebecca's saying vinegar is slightly a disinfectant cleaner, but you have better luck with a commercial cleaner. Thanks, Rebecca. She looked it up for me. She knew I wanted to know to keep your family safe. Thank you, sweetie. That's Fly Lady Rebecca. She does our missions every week for us and every day. So don't panic. Don't panic. Being prepared keeps you from panicking. Take inventory of your refrigerator and your freezer and your pantry. See how many meals you can cook out of that. Look under your bathroom sink. I found 2 bottles of alcohol under my bathroom sink. And I bet you got some aloe vera gel. You do 2 parts alcohol and 1 part aloe vera gel, or vice versa. There's a recipe online for making hand sanitizer. Put a little essential oil in it, some lavender, or a couple of drops of lavender. You got a great hand sanitizer. Put it in a squeeze bottle. You're good. You're good. So we made these out of pink rags. And we've sold hundreds of thousands of these things. I know you've got purple rags. And if you needed to, you could cut them into squares. So we're good. If we run out of toilet paper, which probably wouldn't run out for 2 years, not that I've hoarded toilet paper, I stay 2 cases ahead all the time. When we run out of a case, I get another case. So, you see, I'm prepared. If all our roads got locked down and nobody could move, I'm prepared. But we got gas in our cars. We're good. We don't have to pump gas. When you pump gas, wear gloves. Wear gloves because you don't know who's been handling the gas pump nozzle. That's the nastiest thing ever. And I always wear gloves to pump gas. I keep gloves in the car for that reason. So be safe. If you're going to the gym, wipe everything down. I was fussing at Leanne last night. She was fussing at me for going to the Asian buffet, our local Twin Dragons, our favorite place. The people love us. And I fussed at her for going to the gym. I said, you're going to give us germs from the gym and we're going to give you germs from... But I handle the serving utensils at the Chinese buffet with a napkin. And then I throw the napkin away. Yep, I throw the napkin away on the way back to my table so that I don't get it mixed up and put it next to my mouth. So there are ways to do things, and I'm going to look into DoorDash here locally for delivering food. We'll see what we can do. But I'm not panicked because I know our inventory in our house. I know it. And we're prepared. I'm a new flybaby. Spring is around the corner. Do you suggest spring cleaning on top of the zones? No, the zones are spring cleaning. We do them every week. We do something in that zone. And when you get through about 3 months of doing the zone missions, simple little 5-minute missions, your home is spring cleaned and looking great all the time. So there's a chapter in my book, Sink Reflections. You never have to spring clean again. So we really don't believe in spring cleaning. We believe in doing a little detailed cleaning each week. You get 5 missions from Rebecca, and I send them out every day in the flight plan, and they go out in the sneak peek on Saturday, and you're good to go. You never have to spring clean again. Should I sign up for the emails, or purchase the Fly Lady Messenger app? I honestly only can keep up with one at this time. Well, I love my Messenger app. We worked really hard on having it. But the emails are in front of your face all the time. All the time. And do whatever. The emails are free. The Messenger app costs you a certain amount of money. So do whatever you want to. If you're younger, you may like the app. If you're older, email is still the way to go. Emails are the most important. We don't have a whole lot of people on the app anymore, and we may discontinue it. But we'll see. But we're having trouble getting our messages out, so we're still using the app. So sign up for the Fly Lady Messenger app if you want to do that. The main thing is commit to either reading 2 or 3 emails a day, an Ask Fly Lady question, a morning musing, a testimonial, the noon testimonial that talks about the habit of the month. Commit to doing the habit of the month. This month we're getting dressed to lace up shoes. It will change your life. It changed mine. It's changed hundreds of thousands, dare I say, 1 million people's lives. And all you got to do is get up, get dressed, and put on your tennis shoes. Lace them up so you won't kick them off. I think that's got it. That's all of our questions. We have some announcements here. The Fly Lady Carpet Sweeper is going off its sale on March the 15th. So get it. Don't waste any time on this. If you need something to clean your throw rugs and your carpet and clean up dog hair and cat hair, this is the tool to have. We just got a new shipment of pink rags in. So if you want to stock up on pink rags, they're half price right now. They're $10 for a pack of 12. And they're reusable. And I use them for face wipes every night. They're good at taking dead skin off your face. But now we're turning them into sanitizing wipes. And if you need to, you can use them for toilet paper. It's better than a corn cob. And then you throw them in a hot, do it like baby diapers and rinse them out and put them in the washing machine. I know it sounds gross, but if you got to do it, you got to do it. And if you can't find toilet paper, our toilet paper's $50 for a pack of it. That's just stupid. That is stupid. And people gouging, God will get them. People price gouging, God will get them. So keep in mind, we didn't do our habit of our baby step for today. Let me get to our baby step. Today is day 12. Tomorrow's Friday the 13th. Don't crash and burn by allowing perfectionism to take over. Get our daily messages. They're free. And the quote of the day is, I'm going to love you till you get your wings to fly all by yourself. That's who I am. I want you calm. I don't want you panicked about this. We're going to talk you through it. If you can cut down going to the grocery store to once every 2 weeks, look how much you stayed out of the grocery store. If you can figure out how to order groceries online and have them delivered to your house, Amazon does that. You can order groceries online with Whole Foods, or you can go to Walmart or Target and go online and place your order and pick a time to pick things up. Maybe have a standing order. It's going to be great. You don't have to get out of your car. They just have to put it in your trunk. You open the trunk, they put the groceries in. You use gloves to get them out of the car. Good to go. So you see, we've got purple rags that are buy one. We'll put one pack in your cart and we'll send you another pack. And I'm using them for sneezes and coughs. I keep one with me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. I love you all. I'll see you at 3 o'clock. And if you get a chance, listen to the president last night. Don't play politics. We got to keep our elderly people healthy. Do what you can. If you have a neighbor that's elderly, check on them. Call them up on the phone. Leave a note on their door. Just let them know you're there for them if they need something. If you're healthy and you can go to the grocery store for them, that's going to keep them safe, even from the regular flu. So do your homework. Be kind to yourself, but don't panic. Just know that I've got something in my eye. Just know that we're all in this together. And say a prayer for my sister-in-law and her husband in Spain. She needs surgery right now to fix her arm. She's going to be in Barcelona tomorrow, or maybe later today. I don't know which it is. They're 6 hours ahead of us, so it's nighttime there. So they'll dock in the morning at 10 o'clock, their time. So y'all, we can do this. We can pull together and we can do this. We're strong people. And when you got a lot of women, we are the heart of the home. You know, we say the kitchen's the heart of the home, but you're the heart of your home. You are the heart of your home. And when you're calm, the rest of the family is calm. When you're calm, the rest of the family is calm. So be calm. Let's do what we need to do without getting all bent out of shape and fighting over toilet paper. This is crazy. This is crazy. A friend of mine posted something last night. They went to the Home Depot or Lowe's or Ace Hardware store, and they got everything they needed to make a sprayer they put on their toilet. And there are sprayers you can buy to put on your toilet for cleaning baby diapers. But this one's for cleaning your bottom when you're sitting on the toilet seat. Cleaning your bottom. Now that's a clean. I bet it's cold, but But that'd be a shocker. But we just have to laugh. We have to laugh and not get all caught up in the television. Not get caught up in the fake news and all the people. I'm not diminishing it, but we need to take care of our families, take care of our own little homes and the elderly people around us. Help them because they might not have any family close. They might not have any family close, and you may be their only link to getting groceries because they may not know how to do it. So be kind to others. No fighting over toilet paper. And we'll be here. I'll be here every day talking to you. Every day. I love you all. I'll see you later.